Be me. 25 years old, guys, I got laid off from my IT job, living off severance and unemployment. Still have my apartment for now. Been dating this amazing girl named Rachel for about 6 months. She's a graphic designer, super talented and funny. Relationship is genuinely good. She's affectionate. We have great chemistry. She actually laughs at my dumb jokes. But here's the problem. I've been watching too much dating advice content on YouTube. You know, the kind alpha male podcasts, relationship gurus, guys who claim being emotionally distant makes you more attractive. Somehow convince myself that being too available will make her lose interest, need to maintain mystery and distance. Rachel starts saying I love you after 4 months. It feels natural, and I want to say it back. But all the dating advice echoes in my head. Don't be too eager. Maintain frame. Keep her chasing. Instead of saying it back, I just smile and kiss her forehead. Completely dodge the statement. Can see the confusion and hurt flash across her face, but she doesn't push it. Tell myself I'm playing the long game, building attraction through scarcity. In reality, I'm just being an idiot who watched too many Andrew Tate clips. Over the next few weeks, I start implementing more of this brilliant strategy. Take longer to respond to her texts. Sometimes wait hours even though I saw the message immediately. Cancel plans last minute, claiming I'm busy with work, even when I'm just playing video games. When she asks about our future together, I give vague non-answers. Say I'm focused on my career right now, basically acting like the emotionally unavailable guys that women complain about in those TikTok rants. Rachel notices the change, obviously, asks me multiple times if everything is okay between us. Keep telling her everything is fine, I'm just stressed with work and need space. One evening she comes over to my apartment with takeout, trying to have a nice dinner together. I'm being distant on purpose, scrolling through my phone while she's talking, giving short responses. She finally puts down her fork and asks me directly what's going on with us. This is my moment. Time to deploy the ultimate dating strategy I learned from the internet. Tell her that I think I'm emotionally unavailable right now, that I need to focus on myself and my personal growth. Use all the therapy speak buzzwords, attachment issues, need for independence, afraid of codependency. She just stares at me for a long moment, processing what I just said. Rachel asks if I'm breaking up with her. Voice is shaky, but she's holding it together. Tell her no, not exactly, just need to establish boundaries and slow things down considerably. Say that I think we've been moving too fast, that I need space to figure out what I really want. She nods slowly, asks if there's someone else, if I'm not attracted to her anymore. Assure her it's not about her, it's about me and my emotional capacity right now. Classic line from every breakup movie. Can see her trying not to cry. She stands up and starts gathering her things. Tells me she understands, that she appreciates my honesty, that she needs to think about what she wants too. Leaves my apartment without the dramatic scene I was kind of expecting. Just quiet disappointment. Sit there feeling weirdly proud of myself for being so direct and establishing boundaries. Text my buddy Derek about the conversation. He asks what the hell is wrong with me. Explain my strategy about maintaining attraction through emotional distance and scarcity. Derek sends back a long message calling me an absolute moron. Says I just pushed away a great girl for no reason. Ignore him because, what does he know? He's been in the same relationship for 7 years, totally whipped. Spend the evening watching more dating advice videos. They all confirm I did the right thing. Next few days, Rachel barely texts me. When she does respond, it's very brief and polite. This is fine, exactly what I wanted. Creating healthy distance and making her miss me. Except it doesn't feel fine. I keep checking my phone constantly, wondering what she's doing. See, she's posting on Instagram more than usual, photos with her friends at restaurants and bars. She looks happy in the photos, genuinely smiling, not like someone who's heartbroken over our situation. Tell myself she's just putting on a brave face, probably crying at night missing me. Week 2 of the emotional unavailability strategy, Derek invites me to a party at his place. Show up and immediately notice Rachel is there. She came with mutual friends. She's wearing this amazing dress, hair done perfectly, looks absolutely stunning. Walk over to say hi. She greets me warmly, but not overly enthusiastic. Treats me like a casual friend. This is weird. Where's the longing? Where's the sadness? Where's the pining for me? She's chatting with everyone, laughing loudly, being the life of the party. Some guy named Chris, who I've never met, is talking to her a lot. He's tall and has good hair. They're standing close together. She's touching his arm when she laughs at his jokes. Pull Derek aside and ask who Chris is, trying to sound casual about it. Derek says he's a friend from his gym, good guy, works in marketing or something. Ask if Chris is single. Derek gives me this knowing look and says, yeah, why do you care? I thought you needed space. Tell him I'm just curious, not jealous or anything, just making conversation. He laughs and says I'm an idiot, walks away shaking his head. Spend the rest of the party watching Rachel and Chris interact. They exchange phone numbers before the night ends. Drive home absolutely spiraling. What just happened? This wasn't part of the plan. The strategy said she'd miss me. That absence makes the heart grow fonder, that she'd come back more attracted. Instead, she's out here getting tall marketing guy's phone number like I don't even exist. Consider texting her, but that would seem desperate. Need to maintain frame. Lie in bed staring at the ceiling, checking her Instagram every 20 minutes like a psychopath. Next day at work, I can't concentrate. Keep thinking about Rachel with that Chris guy. Wonder if they're texting, if they're making plans to hang out, if she's already over me. My coworker Lisa asks if I'm okay, tell her I'm fine, just tired. She says I've been staring at my computer screen for 30 minutes without typing anything. Admit that girl problems are distracting me. She asks what happened. Explain the emotionally unavailable strategy, how I created distance to maintain attraction. Lisa just blinks at me slowly, asks if I'm actually serious right now. Tells me that's the dumbest thing she's ever heard, that I essentially broke up with my girlfriend using pseudoscience. Defend my position, say that dating advice exists for a reason. These are proven strategies. Lisa laughs and says those strategies are for pickup artists trying to manipulate insecure women, not for actual relationships. Says if I actually liked Rachel, I should have just been myself and communicated honestly. This is striking uncomfortably close to what Derek said, but I'm still not ready to admit I messed up. Tell Lisa she doesn't understand modern dating dynamics. She rolls her eyes and goes back to work. That evening, Rachel posts an Instagram story. She's at a nice restaurant with Chris. It's a subtle post, just the food and ambiance, but I can see his hand in the corner of the frame. My stomach drops. They're on a date. She's actually on a date with someone else. It's been less than 2 weeks since our talk and she's already dating? Pace around my apartment like a caged animal. This is not how it was supposed to go. Text Derek in panic mode. Tell him Rachel is on a date with Chris. He responds immediately asking what I expected. I told her I was emotionally unavailable. Say that I thought she'd wait, that she'd give me time to figure things out. Derek sends back several laughing emojis, says I can't call dibs on emotional unavailability and expect her to pause her life. He's right, but I hate that he's right. Refuse to acknowledge it. Spend the entire night refreshing social media like it's my job. Monday morning, I see Rachel posted photos from the weekend. There are 3 different outings with Chris visible. They went to a museum, got coffee, saw a movie, full dating itinerary. She looks genuinely happy in every photo. He's got his arm around her in one of them. Comments from her friends are all supportive, saying things like, "You deserve this," and "He seems great." Feel physically ill reading through them, close Instagram and throw my phone across the room. Can't take it anymore. Decide to break my emotionally unavailable persona and reach out. Text Rachel asking if she wants to grab coffee and talk about things. She responds 3 hours later saying she's pretty busy this week, but maybe next week. Maybe next week? I'm being hit with the same energy I was giving her. This is karmic justice at its finest, and I hate every second of it. Start noticing everything she's doing now. She's living her best life without me. Posting about art projects she's working on, going to events with friends, apparently learning to make pottery. Chris shows up in the background of several stories. They're spending a lot of time together. Meanwhile, I'm sitting at home rewatching The Office for the millionth time, eating cereal for dinner. My emotional unavailability strategy has made me available for nothing except self-pity. 2 weeks since I reached out for coffee, Rachel finally texts saying she has time this Saturday. Spend the entire week planning what I'm going to say, how I'll explain that I made a mistake. Practice in the mirror like I'm preparing for a TED Talk. This is pathetic but necessary. Saturday arrives and we meet at our old favorite coffee shop, Neutral Territory. She shows up looking amazing as always, greets me with a friendly hug that feels weirdly formal. We sit down with our drinks and there's this awkward silence. Neither of us knows how to start. Finally, I just blurt out that I miss her, that I think I made a mistake with the whole emotional unavailability thing. Rachel nods slowly, says she figured that's why I wanted to meet. Tells me that when I said I was emotionally unavailable, it really hurt, made her feel like she wasn't enough. Explains that she spent weeks analyzing what she did wrong, wondering why I suddenly pulled away. Feel terrible hearing this. Realize my dating strategy actually just caused real pain to someone I care about. Apologize profusely. Admit that I was following dumb advice from internet dating gurus. Tell her I thought creating distance would make things better, but I was completely wrong. She listens patiently, doesn't interrupt, just lets me ramble through my apology. When I finish, she takes a sip of her coffee and asks what changed, why I suddenly care now. The honest answer is that seeing her with Chris made me realize what I lost, but that sounds terrible. Try to articulate it better. Say that having space made me realize how much I valued what we had. Rachel smiles sadly and says, "That's kind of the problem though. I only valued it when it was gone." She's absolutely right, and it stings to hear it said out loud. Tells me that she's been seeing Chris, and while it's early, she's having a really good time. Says he's emotionally available, communicative, makes her feel valued and wanted. Every word is a knife because she's describing everything I should have been, but wasn't. Ask her if there's any chance for us. If we could try again, I promise to be different. She thinks about it for a moment, can see her weighing options in her head. Finally, she says she doesn't think it's a good idea, that I need to figure out my stuff before getting into a relationship. Tells me that the emotionally unavailable act wasn't the real problem. The problem was that I chose a strategy over genuine connection. Says she needs someone who's ready to be present and vulnerable, not someone playing games. Sit there processing the rejection. It hurts, but I understand where she's coming from. Tell her I get it, that I'm sorry for wasting her time and hurting her. She reaches across the table and squeezes my hand. Says I didn't waste her time. We had good months together. Tells me that she hopes I find what I'm looking for, but right now she needs to move forward. We finish our coffees making small talk about work and mutual friends, both avoiding the elephant in the room. As we're leaving the coffee shop, I ask about Chris, if it's serious. Rachel says she doesn't know yet. They're taking things slow and seeing where it goes. The irony of her taking things slow with someone else while I'm desperate to rush back in is not lost on me. We hug goodbye. She tells me to take care of myself, walks to her car. Stand there watching her drive away, feeling like the biggest idiot in the world. Next few weeks are rough. Have to watch from social media distance as Rachel and Chris become official. They're posting couple photos now, doing all the relationship things I took for granted. Derek keeps telling me to delete Instagram, but I can't stop looking. It's like picking a scab. Finally, one night after too many beers, I post a long rant about dating advice being toxic and ruining relationships. Delete it 30 minutes later, but not before several people screenshot it. A month after the coffee shop rejection, run into Rachel and Chris at a bookstore. They're in the romance section laughing about something. He's carrying her basket. Consider hiding behind a shelf, but Rachel spots me before I can escape. She waves and walks over, Chris following behind. He's even taller in person. Introduces us. Chris is actually really nice. Firm handshake, genuine smile, makes small talk about books. Hate that I can't hate him. He seems like a legitimately good dude. We chat for a few minutes. Rachel tells me about a big project she just landed at work. I congratulate her genuinely. Tell her that's amazing. She deserves it. Chris mentions they're planning a weekend trip to the mountains, some hiking and cabin situation. They look happy together. The kind of easy happiness that comes from not playing stupid mind games. Make an excuse about needing to find a specific book. Wish them well. Walk away feeling hollow. Sit in my car in the parking lot, finally let myself feel the full weight of what I did. Pushed away an amazing girl because internet strangers said being emotionally distant was attractive. Chose a strategy over authenticity, manipulation over vulnerability, and lost something real. Call Derek, tell him he was right about everything. I'm a complete moron. He's surprisingly sympathetic, says we all make mistakes, the important thing is learning from them. Decide to actually work on myself, not as a strategy, but because I genuinely need to. Delete all the dating advice channels, unfollow the pickup artist accounts, clean up my social media, start going to therapy to understand why I was so afraid of genuine emotional connection. Therapist helps me realize I was using strategy as armor against the vulnerability of actually caring about someone. 3 months later, I'm in a better place mentally, not dating anyone, but okay with that. Focusing on hobbies, reconnecting with friends, being a complete person outside of relationship status. See Rachel occasionally through mutual friends. We're cordial, but keep our distance. She seems really happy with Chris. They've been together almost 6 months now. Still hurts a little, but I'm genuinely glad she found someone who treats her right. Run into Rachel alone at a coffee shop, different one from our serious talk. She's working on her laptop, doesn't see me at first. Consider leaving, but decide that's cowardly. Walk over and say hi. She looks up and smiles, asks how I've been, seems genuinely curious. Tell her I've been good, working on myself, going to therapy, standard post-breakup growth arc. She says she's proud of me for doing the work, asks if I want to sit for a minute. Sit down across from her. Conversation flows easier than expected. We talk about work, life changes, mutual friends getting engaged, normal catching up stuff. Eventually, conversation shifts to what happened between us, both of us more ready to discuss it now. Rachel tells me that what I did really messed her up for a while, made her question herself. Apologize again. Tell her there's no excuse for how I handled things. She accepts the apology, says she understands I was dealing with my own issues. Admits that dating Chris helped her realize what she wanted and needed in a relationship. Says she's grateful for that, even though our ending was painful. Ask her if she's still with Chris. She nods and says they're doing really well. Tells me he's meeting her parents next month. Things are getting serious. Feel that familiar pang of jealousy, but it's duller now, more manageable. Tell her I'm happy for her, and surprisingly, I actually mean it. She deserves someone who doesn't need a YouTube video to know how to treat her right. Rachel asks about my dating life, if I'm seeing anyone. Tell her no, taking a break from dating to focus on myself, figure out what I actually want. She says that's probably healthy, that rushing into something new would just repeat old patterns. We sit there for another hour just talking, laughing about old memories, finding closure. It feels good, like we're finally on the same page, even if we're not in the same chapter. As we're leaving, she gives me a proper hug, not the formal one from months ago. Tells me that she forgives me for everything, hopes I forgive myself too. Say that I forgive her too, even though she didn't really do anything wrong. She laughs and says we're both forgiven then. Clean slate for both of us. We walk to our cars, wave goodbye, drive off, in different directions. Sitting at a red light, I realize that I finally feel at peace with how things ended. Learned an expensive lesson about choosing authenticity over strategy, real connection over manipulation. Rachel moved on and found happiness. I'm working on myself and finding my own path. We both forgave each other, gave each other closure, ended things with mutual respect. 6 months later, Derek gets married. Both Rachel and I are invited to the wedding. We see each other during the reception. She's there with Chris. I'm flying solo. We chat briefly, congratulate Derek and his wife, take a group photo with mutual friends. Chris is friendly, tells me Rachel has mentioned some good memories from our time together. Tell him to treat her well. He says he plans to. We shake hands and part ways. Watching Rachel dance with Chris during a slow song, she looks genuinely content. Feel nothing but happiness for her. No jealousy, no what ifs, just genuine good wishes. Derek comes over with drinks, asks if I'm okay seeing them together. Tell him honestly that I am, that this is what closure feels like. He raises his glass, toasts to growth, and moving forward, we drink to that. Leave the wedding early, drive home listening to music, thinking about everything. The emotionally unavailable strategy destroyed a good relationship and taught me a hard lesson. But the lesson was necessary, pushed me to actually work on myself instead of performing growth. Rachel found someone better suited for her. I found a path to becoming better suited for whoever comes next. Year after our coffee shop rejection, see Rachel posted engagement photos with Chris. Ring is beautiful. They're standing on a beach at sunset, both looking ridiculously happy. Like the photo and comment, congratulations, she responds with a thank you and a heart emoji. Close Instagram and feel genuinely good about it. No spiral, no jealousy, just peace. Still not dating anyone seriously, been on a few dates, but nothing clicked yet. Therapist says I'm finally ready for a real relationship now that I've stopped playing games. Taking things slow, being authentic, not following any strategies, except being myself. Turns out the best dating advice is just to be a genuine person who treats others with respect. Revolutionary concept that apparently didn't require 1,000 YouTube videos to understand. Sometimes wonder what would have happened if I just said I love you back that night. If I'd been emotionally available instead of performing unavailability. But dwelling on what ifs doesn't help anyone. Both of us are where we need to be. Rachel's getting married to someone who appreciates her from day one. I'm single and actually okay with it. Working on being the kind of person I'd want to date. Mutual friends tell me Rachel asked about me recently. Wanted to make sure I was doing okay. Tells them to tell me she's happy I'm doing better. That she knew I'd figure things out eventually. Message her. Directly thanking her for checking in. Tell her I'm genuinely excited about her wedding. She responds saying I should come if I'm comfortable. No pressure, but the invitation is there. Think about it for a while, decide that would probably be weird, politely decline. She understands, sends well wishes. Our conversation ends on good terms. Reflecting on everything, the emotionally unavailable phase was self-inflicted chaos at its finest. Pushed away someone great because internet strangers said distance creates attraction. Got exactly what I asked for, space and independence, then immediately regretted it. Watched her move on and thrive while I spiraled, learned the hard way that authenticity beats strategy. We both forgave each other, both moved forward. Neither of us dating each other, but both better for having known each other. The ending isn't a romantic reunion. It's two people who cared about each other finding peace separately. Sometimes the best outcome isn't getting back together. It's both people growing and moving forward. Rachel taught me what real connection looks like. I taught her what red flags to avoid. We're better people now. Just better people who aren't together. Still see her posts occasionally. Wedding planning content, venue shopping, cake tasting. Chris seems great. Her family loves him. All her friends approve. She found her person, and I'm genuinely happy about that, even though it's not me. My person is probably out there somewhere, waiting for the version of me that learned this lesson. Derek asked me one day if I regret how things went with Rachel. Tell him honestly that I regret my behavior, but not the outcome. We weren't meant to be together long term, but we were meant to teach each other something. She taught me authenticity, I taught her standards. We both moved on better equipped for our real futures. He says that's mature as hell. I laugh and say therapy is expensive but effective. Last time I saw Rachel in person was at a grocery store, both reaching for the same organic avocados. We laughed at the coincidence, chatted while shopping, caught up on life. She showed me her wedding invitation design on her phone, asked my opinion on fonts, gave genuine feedback, told her the script font looked elegant. We checked out at the same time, hugged goodbye in the parking lot, wished each other well. Driving home with groceries, I realized that's what successful closure looks like. No anger, no resentment, no what-ifs. Just two people who once meant something to each other being kind. We both forgave, both moved on, both became better versions of ourselves. The relationship ended, but the growth it created continues. A year and a half after telling Rachel I was emotionally unavailable, I'm finally actually emotionally available. Not performing it, not strategizing it, just genuinely ready to be vulnerable and present. Started seeing someone new recently, taking it slow, being authentic, no games. Told her I liked her on the second date. She said she liked me too. Revolutionary concept. We're just being honest with each other, communicating, treating each other with basic respect. Think about Rachel sometimes. Hope she's happy. Hope her wedding is beautiful. Grateful for what we had. Grateful for how it ended. Grateful for the lessons learned. The emotionally unavailable phase was cringe-inducing, self-inflicted chaos. But it led to growth, self-awareness, and eventually becoming the kind of person worthy of real love. My face when I realized dating strategies are just elaborate ways to avoid genuine human connection. That feel when you finally forgive yourself and move forward without regrets.